Hey y'all, Crissy O from Crissy O's Clucky Chronicles. Today we're in the greenhouse. Today we're going to be planting up some seeds. We're going to be mixing some dirt. I'm just going to kind of show you what I like to do. Everybody has their own way of doing it different. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. You do what works for you, boo. I do what works for me because I used to be literally like a plant hospice worker. Every plant I touched turned brown, died, didn't do anything. But over the last several years, I have learned a lot of things of what to do, what not to do, and things turned out pretty good over the last couple of years, especially last year. We had a pretty good garden haul last year, so we're going to plant more. We got a nice greenhouse. We're very grateful and thankful for that, and we're going to do some raised beds along the way. So join us and let's go play in some dirt. Alright, so I just have the Miracle-Gro in-ground use for the garden soil mix. I mean, you can use whatever works for you and whatever you have. I've just always had like good luck with this. It's a little dry right now, but I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna put some rainwater in here. We have rain barrels here that run off of our gutters at our house. So we use the rainwater. I think it's better for things. I mean, you might not think so. You may not have rainwater, and like I said, it's cool. As long as you got water, it don't matter, right? So we have our Miracle-Gro garden soil in-ground use, and right here, I just use this. It's Jiffy Natural Organic Seed Start Mix. I've always had good luck with this. Some people say they don't like it. Some people do like it. Again, it's up to you how and what works for you as far as your greenhouse garden mix. I'm not going to sell you nothing. I'm not affiliated with any of these products. I'm just telling you that this is kind of how I roll with it. And you can see how it looks, right? It looks a little dry and yucky. So I'll take and pour quite a bit in here. Like that, about a half a bag, I'd say. And then I take my hands and I go in and I just mix it all in. I dig around in the bottom. You know, it's kind of like you're mixing up good old cake batter for plants. And as long as it's mixed in real well and you got all of this stuff, you know, pretty much where you can see it mixed in, either way, no matter what you do, it's gonna help. The trick is it's not to overwater it, not to underwater it, and make sure it gets what it needs, right? Alright, now let's add some water to it. Good old rainwater right here. And you want to moisten it just enough. Wow, I suck at this. You want to moisten it just enough to where you don't want it too soggy wet, but you want to moisten it just enough to where you can keep it from being so extremely dry, and you don't want it too wet either. So it's kind of like a funny little balance here of what you're doing, and it's all trial and error. Every farmer, every gardener, everybody who's ever tried to grow any kind of plant, flower, vegetable, whatever, has had to go through trials and errors and different things. So when you can squish it together and it kind of holds, then you got enough water in it. And then you just use your seed trays. I think it needs a little bit more water, so here we go. I'm going to do a little bit more. Not much. Just a little bit. Just work it around. Get it all in there. Stir it all up. Get it going. When it gets to the consistency where you think it'll hold in a cell and it's not too ridiculously wet, but your gloves wet a little bit, you pretty much got it, you know. Okay, so I decided to go with these hexagonal seed trays, and they've got the longer things. What it says is it's supposed to prevent, you know, the round roots from getting like root bound, root rot, whatever it is. And the longer ones are supposed to be a little bit better for certain vegetables and plants and stuff that you plant. So I don't know, it's all a work in progress. So we're going to put this mixture in here with our seed start mix and our damp potting soil mixture. We're going to fill up these trays, then we're going to put some seeds in there. We're just going to see what happens. I think it's going to be good. So let's do it. Tray 1. Remember from the other video I did when we were putting up the greenhouse and we were talking about pots and buckets, over the years, and I mean years worth, I didn't throw any of these away. I kept every last one of them, because used to, long time ago, what you could do with these pots is you could turn these into whatever greenhouse that you bought them from, any local greenhouses, and ever so many that you would turn into them so they could reuse them and repurpose them for other plants. You could turn enough of them in, you could pick a couple of trays of things for free. Well, times are different now, and so things has changed, so I'm not seeing that much anymore. So I decided over the last several years just to save any and every pot that I humanly possibly could. That way, if I want to do flowers, I can do my own flowers. If I want to do fruit bushes, fruit trees, I can do them. Anything, vegetables, whatever I want to start in these pots, I can start. So just a little reminder to you that if you can collect these over the years, I mean, they're good to go. And they're greenhouse material. It's what the greenhouse folks use. And I'm just going to wash these out, and I'm going to start packing them. Or I might not wash them out at all. I mean, they've been stored in a barn. Nothing's gotten to them, so I don't know. Let's go fill these up with some good dirt. Put a few seeds in. See what we get.
Yeah.
And just like magic, here is my makeshift table with hardware cloth over the top of it. These are some pallets that were gifted to me. I'm very appreciative of anything that I get gifted, so thank you so much. And what I'm going to do now is use my pots, and I'm going to pot some more things up, and we're going to be able to sit them on top of these things here. And I'll have some pots and things that'll sit on the bottom down there, so things can grow as we water down. It'll drop down and drip down, and also water the things on the bottom. So yeah, this seems to be working out pretty good. Oh my gosh, it's so hot in here. Woo! We had to turn your fans on today. It was already hot this morning. It's so weird. And it's gonna rain again this week, y'all. Oh my gosh. Martha, lay off the chicken Red Bulls. Girl, come on, your eyeballs are gonna pop out your head. Hey, Nanny, you got some feathers to miss. Get a room, girl, get a room. You got nesting boxes over here. Anyway, just to let y'all know, it's gonna rain one day this week, and it's gonna get cold again at night. So I don't know what we're gonna do. Oh, hush, Carolyn. Nobody's worried about your mess over there, silly boy. Anyway, so y'all just carry on today. We got your fans on now. So enjoy your fans, and we will check back in with you after our greenhouse adventure. How about that? Martha, please, honey. I'm for sure your heart rate's like 165. Chill, please. Drink some water. Alright, so what am I going to plant today? Well, right now I'm going to do some of these watermelon bush sugar babies. Little seeds. These are little teeny tiny little watermelons. It says, you know, to plant them between April and June. Well, guess what? We're here, so that's what we're going to work on today. So I'm going to put some of these in our little seed trays. I know they got to have a lot of room, so after they germinate and they grow and they do their thing and they get some good size on them, then we're going to transplant these into our raised beds outside of the greenhouse, and we're just going to let them rock and roll and do their thing, and hopefully we can enjoy some wonderful watermelons, some sweet sugar bush babies. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I hope the deer don't eat them this year. I hope the squirrel don't chew up my seeds, and I also hope that I have plenty enough left over for not only for us but for the chickens to enjoy, because the chickens really do love it, and I actually like to chill it a little bit, especially on hot days, to feed to my chickens. So yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. I don't even know what brand this is. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but if you got some seeds and you want us to sponsor and try some stuff, go to CrissyOshow.com. You can contact us over there.
Ooh.
So now that we've got our rainwater here filled up in our little tray, if you can see that, it's time to put the seed mixture trays things in there. And then we're going to pick out some seeds from over here. And we're going to start planting. And we're just going to let this thing rock and roll. Yep. We're going to let this thing rock and roll. Here we go. And we run out of dirt. What? It's okay. We used up what we could use up. We've got cabbages in these 3 pots right here, and I'll thin them out and put them in different containers. I just want to get them started, and this container right here is what they call moon plant. So we planted that. That's actually for somebody, and these are carrots. So there's a ton of seeds in there that I got to thin out a little bit later, but for the most part I think everything is just working out pretty good. And I can't wait to see what all this does for me. I got to get stuff, a place. We're trying to get a shelter thing built for mealworms and our worm bucket. So we're going to do that with a pallet type shelter. That's coming later on though. We're going to do one little thing at a time. But anyway, look. Oh my gosh, look. Beans, y'all, beans. Anyway. Oh, not squash it. Anyway, so we're rocking and rolling with all of this stuff, and now I gotta go get NanaRoo and see what he thinks. I took NanaRoo on a little tour of the greenhouse again to see if he actually approved of all the lettuces and the squash and the tomatoes and the eggplants and the watermelons and the peppers and I don't even know what all we got out here. Cabbages, carrots, everything. And he so totally approved. And he has told us that we have formally passed our greenhouse planting inspection.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for that. NanaRoo, I have to say, you're probably one of the best and easiest inspectors I've ever worked with. If you need a chicken inspector to help you out,
Oh no.
NanaRoo. I mean, he's not really available for like public use, but he says that he would be happy to give you his approval or disapproval. All you got to do is go to CrissyOshow.com and go grab a t-shirt or a mug or something fun farm animal thing. And even NanaRoo's got his own line of t-shirts. Yeah, so go do that. He'll get a bag of mealworms. And with that being said, we're gonna call it a day. It's hotter than Satan's kitchen.
Wow.
Boop. I love booping your snoot. You are so adorable. Tell everybody that we'll see you guys again every day for the YouTube shorts and on Wednesdays and Fridays for the longer vlog videos. Hope this helped in some way. Like, subscribe, share. Bye, y'all.